And you really hate it when they have bad breath. It's like so awful. So speaking of bad breath, I've got another solution for all of you pet lovers out there. This is for the dogs, and it is appropriately called Woofmints. Yeah, I had to practice saying that before the show. Woofmints Fresh Breath 60 count gel cap. We have a price for you today of $17.95. You're getting 60 of the gel caps, and these are all brand new. You are the first to see it. I was checking out their website before the show. These are really, really cool because what you're gonna do is just put one of these gel caps in their breakfast, maybe one in their dinner bowl, and you're gonna put it into the food that they're already eating. So put it right there in their dry dog food. I'm just gonna put one. Let me show this to you. And they're just gonna eat it right up. They're gonna have no idea it's in their food. You could also place it in like a little, there we go. Yeah, we're showing you how easy it is. Yeah, just put it right in their dog food. If your dog is over 25 pounds, you can do 2 of the gel caps. If they're under 25 pounds, you can just do 1 of the gel caps. Your dog will never know. Here's a little cheese trick. Oh, I've tried that. And it works. Maybe a little dab of peanut butter. My dog loves peanut butter. My dog Bobo. I mean, who doesn't love peanut butter? But he'll like follow me around the house if I have a peanut butter sandwich. He's just waiting for a miracle to happen. So here's how it works. Dogs 25 pounds and under, you get 1 gel cap in your food twice daily. Dogs over 25 pounds, you get 2 gel caps in your food twice daily. You can feed it to a dog and their favorite treats like egg, cheese, peanut butter, a little pill pocket, or you can just place it directly in their mouth like a pill. I can actually smell this right now. Now, do you know what makes these so cool? Not only does it eliminate bad doggy breath, and if you've ever had a dog pant or breathe or kiss you or want to be cuddled and they've got the worst breath, well, you know that feeling. And I don't want anything to come between you and your dog, especially bad breath. But here's the secret. On the inside, I'm actually not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. Do you think I could break this? Do you think I can like squeeze this? What can possibly go wrong, says my producer. All right, actually it's a pretty secure gel surface because it's supposed to survive traveling down the intestine, and then once it's in the stomach, actually once it is in the stomach, it's gonna dissolve. And it dissolves, it releases organic peppermint oils and parsley oils. So peppermint, I can actually smell it through the gel. Yeah, there's peppermint and parsley oils on the inside. It smells so good. It's all natural oils. It's vegan. It's gluten-free. And the bottle's gonna last like 3 years on the shelf. But you'll notice the difference after about a week. It starts to work within a few days. So I love that you're doing something from the inside out. Look at how sweet that puppy is. He's gonna eat that little gel cup. He's gonna have no idea that he's getting something that's good for him. All natural oils, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, again, shelf life of 3 years, and just, you know, pop it in their food bowl. I really want you to try this. I mean, what do you have to lose? For less than $18, you could have your very best friend have the best breath ever. Now, this is designed for dogs, so if you have cats, I would recommend the previous product, the Tropiclean. If you have dogs, maybe try the Woofmints. They're just kind of fun to say. I love the idea that a little gel cap can be the secret. Again, my dogs do not let me brush their teeth. You know, I can't even get near them with a toothbrush. They go running the other direction. If I just get out the garden hose, they go running the other way if they know that they're gonna get a bath. But I have a solution for that coming up in just a moment. I told you it was gonna be a doggy spa day. Where were these when my dogs were growing up? I mean, now they're 13 and 8, but I wish I would have had my hands on Woofmints. And now I'm gonna order the Tropiclean and the Woofmints for my dogs. So they'll be back at 7 a.m. They're brand new. I hope we have live dogs in the studio. That'll be fun to watch. In the meantime, give your pet a great